Week 2 SFL action starts off this evening in San Jose, California, as the San Jose Flight host the Ottawa Cavalry. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs. Joining me in the booth is the illustrious Gerald Smith. You are watching the Simulation Football League Minor League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Gerald, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Got my socks and shoes on
this
week in the booth, unlike my counterpart who only has socks.
Yeah, I took the shoes off. It's time to relax and watch some football here in San Jose. So, Gerald, a couple of teams that both lost in week 1. Somebody's looking to get the win tonight. Is it going to be San Jose? Is it going to be Ottawa? What are the keys to victory for this?
Well, I mean, week 1, as we all know, when you come in, right, you don't have a whole lot of film on your fellow opponent. So sometimes people would consider week 1 somewhat of a wash and kind of a crapshoot. But, these two teams coming in right here, they're going to come in right, and they've learned from, and they have some film on their opponent. They learned from last week what they can and cannot do. And, and these guys are going to look to kind of really get their season, kicked off and going. And now that they know what they have and what they look like on the field against their fellow opponent, and whoever can actually, put together, learn from their mistakes from last week and actually watch pretty good film. I mean, they have a pretty good chance of getting that first win. The O's got to go, as Matt Wilson would say.
He sure would. And he would also say there's only one way to find out, and that's on the field. Get down to the field, get this one started where the kickoff is underway. Like you were saying, Gerald, the first week. Well, hang on. All right. Thought he was about to take that to the house. Takes it up to the 38-yard line. First week is difficult for every team. They don't really have a lot of film, like you mentioned. Not a lot to go on. Now they were able to research their opponent a little bit, maybe adjust their game plans accordingly. See how it shakes out here tonight in this one. Coming to the field, Tyreek McCall, the quarterback for the Ottawa Cavalry. Under center in a 4 wide receiver set. Dwayne Salmons, he gets the handoff, runs up the middle for a gain of 6. The starting offense for the Ottawa Cavalry. Tyreek McCall is the quarterback. Dwayne Salmons is the halfback. The wide receivers, Henry McGee. Derricus, how do you, is it, help me out. There's so many consonants and vowels.
Eniguas.
That's what I said the whole time. Zainamani Kaysen, the tight end. Azami Mihata, the tackle. Ray Arnold. McCall with a short drop, kind of throws a duck over the middle, and it is caught. Hauled in by McGee. First down up at the 37.
I mean, this is Ottawa was a former team that had the Lake Man Shuffle. Now they got Mr. McCall back here throwing a duck, just standing in there, had some composure, and even in a duck, he can still get it exactly where it's going by hitting Mr. McGee.
First down and 10 from the 37. 3 wide receivers out, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Another short drop and a quick pass over the middle. Dumps it down. Good for a gain of 6. So far, Ottawa on the move. Already down to the San Jose 30-yard line. Methodical, efficient. Good drive so far.
Yeah, and they're actually having some success. And here they are. I mean, they're right on the edge of field goal territory. If not in field goal territory, right? They don't have a contracted kicker, but I do believe, kind of the guy they signed off the street can make it from this range.
I think you might even be able to kick it from here.
With no shoes.
Keep your shoes on. Ball is handed off again to Salmons. He gets the first down right outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Defensive lineman Theodore Rocker. The inside linebacker for San Jose, Kenneth Gatson Jr. The outside linebackers, Marcus Benson and Stuart Gotts. The secondary, Sammy Seatbelt III. Mr. and Mrs. Seatbelt going with Sammy for their little boy's name. Nicholas Frossel is another corner. Des Seeker, Joseph Lowell, and Joshua Durr makes up the secondary for San Jose. 2nd down and 9 after a gain of 1.
Yeah, and actually Salmons is the veteran running back right here for Ottawa. Coming back after last season and maybe being a leader right here, right on this team, right with this young squad and everything else, how, the minors kind of get guys promoted to the pros and everything else. So hopefully he can lead his team.
McCall in the gun on 2nd down. Takes the snap, gets it out to the right. The out route to Amani Kaysen is complete. Sets him up with a 3rd down and 5. Oak Cliff Rockefeller in the chat says, Gerald and Mike going to talk desserts. Depends on the score at the start of the third quarter, but it's entirely possible.
Oh, yeah, desserts are my favorite. I didn't get this large. Not that I'm overly large, but not like in my fair share.
He barely fit in the booth. The third down pass is complete, short of the line to gain. I'm sorry. That was rude. Henry McGee gets the catch. Number 14 steps out of bounds at the 13. 4th and 1.
Yeah, that was almost it. You almost kind of telegraphed that pass there, but corner wasn't able to get to it and bat it down. But it's 4th and 1, and I wouldn't be surprised. Here they are. They're kind of coming out, and they might try and get him to jump offside. But I'd like to see him, especially in the early on in this season, especially with a running back like Samuels. I'd like to see them take a shot here and run in a play.
McCall under center with the hard count, and it looks like they are just going to burn the timeout. Yeah, I kind of was thinking that they might hand that one off to Salmons, see what he could do with it. But it was not to be. In week 1, Salmons only had 39 yards rushing, so maybe it's not a very high average. 18 carries, 39 yards. Maybe they just don't have the confidence in him yet.
Either that or they're keeping him as a secret weapon, right? Because
there you go.
I mean, we seen Mr. McCall throw for well over 300 yards. The league's leading passer after 1 week, right? So, and you see Mr. McCall go to sound and tell his coach, I could have threw that. That could have been a touchdown. Unleash me.
Eric Jacobson on for the field goal try. Artie Archuleta on for the hold. The kick is up. The kick is no good. Wide right. 37-yard attempt wide right.
Well, I said he could have made it with no shoes, and he had shoes on. Maybe
he should have taken
that shoe off, and Mr. Archuleta might have made it in there. But now, I mean, it's such a bummer, right? When you get down that far and your offense puts you in a position to be able to succeed and get some points on the board, and for something like that to have a good hold, good snap, and to miss it's kind of a little bit demoralizing.
Jeff Banfield in the chat with the super chat, $5 super chat. Thank you for that. Hashtag Flight for Life. Go Flight, baby. As the San Jose Flight take over at their own 20-yard line. That pass complete for 5 yards by quarterback Austin Blanco. The halfback, Hunter McWaffle. Fullback is Rain Storm. Wide receivers, Ryan Arlovsky, Jacob Morrison, Ricky Spider. The tight ends, Marquise Sango and Chase Matthews. The tackle, Janae Nicole. And the free play, the pass down the field. Appears the defensive lineman may have jumped off sides. And get the call from the ref.
So, kind of playing back on that super chat by Mr. Jeff Banfield. A little bit of trivia on Mr. Banfield. If anybody knows, at what position in the draft was Mr. Banfield drafted when he was drafted? Mr. Banfield cannot answer this question because he obviously knows.
Well, sure. So you're saying he was not a wide receiver?
No, he was a wide receiver. But at what position in the draft? Meaning first?
What ranking?
The middle, first round, second round, or whatever else.
Yeah,
I know these things. I do some research.
Clearly not on the roster. I didn't know how to say his name. That run on second down and inches goes for no gain. Third down and inches coming up. Good stop by the defense there. So far, no guesses in the chat. Jeff Banfield says good question.
Oh, very good question. He knows it.
Well, should we just start with the round, or do you want to know specifically, second round, 13th pick?
Well, you can say no. They can say the round.
All right. So what round was Jeff Banfield drafted in? First down run successful. Hunter McWaffle. McWaffle on his way up to the 37-yard line. Nice gain of 7. Gets them the first down, moves the chains. Art Vandelay says third round. Everybody else is as asleep as my coworker was on the team's meeting today. So Ricky Spider excited about McWaffle, but has no guesses about Jeff I don't think anyone cares about Jeff Banfield.
No, man. No,
just,
that's kind of crazy.
You, Jeff, and Art.
It's a minor leagues thing, man. You gotta be involved in it. But hey, look, that definitely was a good run by McWaffle.
This is the trivia, folks. Miss McWaffle gets the screen pass that time. Good for a gain of 1. I don't know. I guess just give the answer.
Hold on. I don't know for sure, but I can.
Wait, you don't even know the answer to your own trivia question?
I do know the answer.
Oh.
He was in the draft where he was drafted. He was Mr. Irrelevant, the very last guy taken in the draft.
So was Matt Wilson.
And he is a damn good wide receiver.
Waffle goes for a gain of 1. Looked like he was stopped right at the line, but they will spot him with a yard. 3rd down and 8 coming up for San Jose. You'd think they'd be down by 3, but missed kick by the Ottawa kicker, Eric Jacobson. Leaves both teams scoreless here in the first quarter. About midway through. Blanco back to pass, throws over the middle into traffic, and that one is caught. Brought in by Ricky Spider.
Ricky Spider taking a guess at the wide receiver question, and guess what? He gets rewarded with a pass thrown to him over the middle. And that was a good pump fake, right? Trying to get the defenders going one way, and there's, Ricky kind of coming across, and, had to stretch out a little bit for it, but he's definitely showing those hands to those pro teams.
Ricky Spider says, we just got here. Give us a break. I mean, we literally said just guess 1, 2, or 3. I mean, we aren't asking the tough trivia questions, folks. Anyway, Blanco throws it right to the defense, picked off, and Ottawa's going to get that ball right back.
I think, and if you look at it there, the pressure from the defensive line kind of putting it on there caused Blanco to have to try and sidearm it, and with the traffic being in his face like that, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker sitting right in that lane. He was thrown to a spot for the receiver to come across and get it, and it just couldn't get to Mr. Morrison, out there, and the linebacker picked it off.
Tommy Wellbrock Bussey getting the pick. The 6'3" linebacker gets it back for the Cavalry. Salmons with the run, gain of 1. Ricky Spider says, I'm not good with numbers. All right. Banfield, yeah, exactly. These are the questions you will need to know to get drafted.
Oh, but guess what? Can anybody tell me who drafted Jeff Banfield? I know.
Well, listen, man, you're the one asking the trivia questions. I'm hoping you'd know.
This time I know.
Call him. Oh, wow. San Jose flight defense just absolutely wrecked that play. Getting right into the backfield. Hugo Lane, the defensive tackle. Lane shut down the running lane. 3rd and 13.
Is it Hugo Lane or Huge O Lane?
What's this Hugo?
Yeah, it's Hugo, but you can pronounce it how you want.
That's true. Down the field. Another interception. This one going back the other way. Pass was picked off by Sammy Seatbelt. Buckling in to get his team back. The football. Austin Blanco returning onto the field with his offense, hoping for a better result this time around.
Yeah, and one of the better things right here, right? How Mr. Seatbelt played that right there, right? Because he actually had responsibility for that receiver going out to the corner route right there, but he actually had his eye on the quarterback, and actually when he seen where the ball was thrown, he peeled off of his coverage to be able to attack that ball in the air and get his team back the ball at midfield.
Offset I formation now for the flight. Ball is handed off to McWaffle. We'll get 2 on the play, almost up to midfield. Don't think anybody's guessing. Nobody likes your trivia questions.
No.
Nobody's guessing what team.
Look, you got. I got to give respect to guys who have made their way through the minors like Jeff Banfield, and being part of the San Jose flight, and all the good things they did while he was there as well.
Maybe make the questions multiple choice.
Okay.
Yeah, so you said he's drafted by a team,
okay,
obviously.
Let's see. So
give us 3 teams.
Was he drafted by, look, all right, they got DC, DC Dragons, or the Denver Nightwings, or the Atlanta Swarm?
I mean, I guess 4 people are guessing DC. So
yeah, they kind of.
Well, I guess actually it was
won.
the same 2 people.
Yeah.
yelling it twice. Blanco throws over the middle.
No.
That's not a fumble, but the ref calls it a fumble. The ref, his contact fell out, I think, on that play. To see what the ruling on the field, whether it stays, whether it goes.
Oh, they did. I mean, they're going to be forced to challenge this one here because he did. You know, the tight end went up and grabbed it, and is it Sango? Sango. He jumped
Marquis
up,
Sango,
got his hands on it, but he just wasn't able to secure it. So the defenders were able to knock the ball out, and if R62 sees what I saw, this should be an incomplete pass.
I'm not even sure Sango landed with the football.
No, not at all. Because he had to jump up to catch it. Oh yeah, he didn't even get a foot down.
Yeah, head coach.
Not at all.
Head coach Kanye Rockefeller is not happy with that call,
I would hope not. He's got to waste a challenge on it.
and he's not happy still.
What?
The ruling on the field.
Oh, it's overturned.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's overturned.
I'm very confused.
I seen them clapping, and I thought you saw something that I didn't.
No,
But no. Well, that's
Okay.
good. You know, at least they get a shot here to kind of punt away as opposed to their opponents getting the ball near midfield right there. So it's just unfortunate that they had to use a challenge for something like that was pretty obvious in my opinion in real time.
I agree. Fair catch called for back at the 12-yard line. The Cavalry will take back over there. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on a virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone, including Ricky Spider. Good with the numbers, Ricky Spider. That run good for a gain of -1. Salmons looked like he was doing good at first, Gerald, but he's been struggling these past few handoffs.
Yeah. Salmons looked like he had something there, but then it seems like the defensive line kind of just kind of flooded that area as they knew which way the run was going and just overloaded it, and he just didn't have a whole lot of space to run.
5 receivers on the field now.
That's a good play.
Azami Mihata, hashtag throw it to the tight end, getting that catch, getting the first down. Gives him some breathing room too, Gerald, out to the 23.
Yeah, the two-way player that plays in with Motor City V8's getting some reps down here in the minors, and being able to show some of these youngsters in here, how you can make plays to get yourself in a good position right here. So here they are, and they're out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
The call under center now. Short drop again. Pressure on its way. Gets the pass off over the middle, and the jumping catch is secured in at the 34-yard line. Another great play by Ottawa.
Tyreek McCall, sat in that pocket, saw people coming at him. He's like, I'm going to just take a couple steps back away from my guy to get open, and I'm going to throw it to him. That was something right there, because that pocket, he was right in the middle of a mess. It's like a flame's going around him. He's able to just get the ball out.
That's it. Out route down to the bottom. This time a much easier pitch and catch. Henry McGee getting the reception, gains 9 up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and that's what you need. You get it downfield, and then look, you come out right there. You don't have to throw it down the field every time like that, but find your open guy, and and look, I'm impressed with the way Tyreek McCall is playing. He's so composed back there, right? And it seems that he just got pressure almost in his face on every play.
And he's been doing a short drop almost every play too, and still, even with pressure, pressure getting through the O-line, like you said, on that one drop, he just took a couple more steps back, kind of reset his pocket, waited for his target to get open, and got it this time. Another quick pass over the middle to the tight end. I recommend that on every play. Works out well. First down inside San Jose territory.
Look, and Tyreek McCall, he's not a short guy, but he's not an overly tall guy either. But you seen that throwing lane this offensive lineman give him on the last play? It was huge.
1 quarter down, 3 to go. Here in San Jose, we're scoreless after one. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. I'm Mike Dax. He's Gerald Smith. With us on stats, nobody. Just us.
Running solo.
That's it. Is it solo when there's two?
A duo?
Yeah, I think it's a duo. A dynamic duo at that.
Oh.
That time the pressure got there. Still got the pass away. But big number 51. I mean, good Lord.
Shoulder? Shoulder?
6'1", 350 pounds. A buffet boy, Matt Wilson would say.
That's a better way to put it.
Shutting down the Golden Corral.
He was. Hey, I've been in a place where we went to, one of those Chinese buffets, and they actually kicked these big boys out because they didn't leave there for like 3 hours. It was crazy.
Matt Ryan, that is a very rotund man. That is the more Chungus. I think Matt Ryan has it the most professional way.
Yes,
he's very rotund.
Yes,
he Aaron Donald. I don't think.
Aaron Donald wouldn't feel like that, man.
No,
Aaron Donald's a lot.
Aaron Donald is just like solid meat. That guy.
Aaron Donald works out. That guy just
he's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. If the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man went to you know what, just anyhow, there's a game going on. 4th down and 3. Ottawa's drive stalling out at the 36. Gerald, Eric Jacobson couldn't make it from the 20. I think they're going to have to punt this one away. Aiden Loft on the punt.
Yeah, and that's the best thing to go right there. Look, it's not like Archuleta didn't have the leg. He just didn't have the accuracy to make it in there. So, but here, look, and this is a situation where they can try and pin their opponent back and look at the punt. It looked like it could be something pretty good.
Oh yeah, look where it got angled, and that's perfect. Perfect punt by Aiden Loft. Pins their opponent deep in their own territory. San Jose backed up to their own 4-yard line. Still scoreless in this one. Who's going to win the rematch this coming weekend? The Season 20 SFL Championship game takes center stage Friday, May 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here on SFL YouTube. For all the marbles, the 11-3 Baltimore Vultures try to win their 5th championship in the last 6 seasons.
Oh.
Safety on the play.
Holy cow! That was a really deep drop right there, and he just almost ran himself right into a sack.
Got shoulder checked.
Wow, he just came right off the edge and was able to get in there in the sack, and that definitely changed it. That's a very good defensive series for Ottawa right there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Big Buster Ramirez comes in there and gets that sack and gets his team on the board.
And now they'll get great starting field position as they take over at their own 44-yard line after that safety and subsequent punt. And, that's what the special teams unit will get you, backing them up all the way to the 4-yard line. And then, San Jose taking the risk, doing that deep drop into the end zone. So the Vultures will try to win their 5th championship in the last 6 seasons, but they'll have to do it at Fatality Field against MVP frontrunner DJ Moses II and the 11-3 Arizona Scorpions. Join Cameron Irvine, Chris Curtis, Tyler Falk, Mike St. Green, and Paul Sarp for all the action Friday night right here on SFL YouTube. Ottawa picking up where they left off. Short passes over the middle to the tight end. Somebody was listening to me. Azami Mihata with another catch. 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I can see they're actually leaning on the guy who's actually been on the pros on the offensive side of Ottawa here, right? Because Mihata's probably got more touches than any other receiver right now on the Ottawa team, right? The guy knows how to get open and compete in the pros at the next level. So, I mean, that's good coaching right there by, leaning on those guys like that.
Nice run by Salmons that time, finally able to get some more positive yardage. Gets up to the San Jose 40, fresh set of downs.
And the cavalry he had right there, right? Pun intended. Being able to, those offensive linemen being able to come off and be able to get to the next level to even, and hold on to their blocks to be able to get them to the next level and pick up those yards.
1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. In San Jose territory, Salmons not able to get anything going on that one. Stopped right back at the 40. Second down.
Yeah, Mr. William Freedy King is wondering what the money line is on this game. I would put, I'll make San Jose a 3.5-point favorite, over under at 42.5.
There you go. Salmon's out the left side. I thought he was going to break that one. He looked like he had some serious speed working there. But Nicholas Frossel with the tackle after a gain of 5. And, this is about where they stalled out last time. They were at the 36-yard line, had to punt. They sign him up at the 35. Need to get to the 30, keep the drive going. Oh, they'll do a shotgun handoff. Matt Wilson would have been groaning at that one.
I tell you what, look, Matt's not around. Look, I've seen more of that in these counter plays in the minors than we've actually seen like throughout all at the pro level, and I can just see just Matt Wilson his
yeah, he would always sound like so just terribly disappointed. Oh, look at this, the field goal unit's on. Let's pay attention. Eric Jacobson missed one from 37. This one from 49 from the right hash. Kick is on its way. Looks long enough. It is good from 49. So redeemed himself. Said a little prayer at the end too.
Yeah, and he kept his shoe on for this one too. So
he
learned from his mistakes.
I think it was untied. Oh, you know what? The laces were in.
Laces were in.
That's
the thing. Hey, speaking about, if anybody knows anything about kicks not being made in big games, it's my partner over here.
You're gonna go there?
No.
Listen, you know how much it pained me to say wide right when he missed it? Like
PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched that game live. I was a child, but I watched it live.
You remember it?
Yeah, I remember it. I thought the kick went in. Come to find out, the kick didn't go in. So I thought they had won, and in reality, they had lost. It was such a roller coaster of emotion, and I was finally getting over it, and you just ripped that Band-Aid back off. Anyway, unbelievable. First down and 10 from the San Jose 27-yard line. The starting defense for the Ottawa Cavalry. Crum Gedden is the defensive end. Ralph Leopard is the defensive tackle. Tommy Wellbrock Bussey, the inside linebacker. He's got a pick already in this one. Dusty Kilbrew and Logan Thornburg are the outside linebackers. Let's get to the secondary after this play, although they almost get a pick right there as Carroll gets his hands on the ball. The rest of the secondary, Kippa Jones, Roy Towers, Devontae Moore, Matt Ryan, and J.J. Winfield. Second down and 10 from the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Matt Ryan, one of the veterans guys here as well, right? Finding his way to Charleston, and then still refining his craft down here in the minors. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Hunter McWaffle takes the ball, gets tackled for a loss of 1. Your turn. Third down and 11 now for San Jose. 5-0 the score. A very common.
It is. Look, it's
score.
the summer, right? Kind of springish time. They're just giving a nod to the baseball season that started just recently.
Blanco down the right sideline. Oh, he's got a man past midfield. He is gone. Jacob Morrison is going to ruin our baseball score. I guess it'll technically still be baseball-ish. Touchdown for the Flight. So in a game where they were struggling to get things going, allowed Ottawa to score a couple of times, once on defense, once on special teams. San Jose's offense gets it done. Morrison with a great play.
Yeah, and they had and they had great coverage with Kippa Jones being out there on Morrison, and Blanco threw it up, said, hey, I'm going to give my guy a chance, one of my top guys on my team, a chance to jump up and grab the ball, threw the 50-50 ball. He's able to bring it down and then take it in for a touchdown. And this is something, them being at home, that they might be able to ride the momentum. And, because look, they've actually been shutting down Ottawa on offense right now, right? So Ottawa's been struggling to get, kind of down the field. They get down there and they get themselves in a situation somewhere inside the 50, outside of field goal range. It's barely in field goal range. So it could make for an interesting game right here. It seems like we have a defensive battle going on, right? It might depend on these big plays to turn the game one way or the other.
A big play has San Jose out in front. 7-5 I don't think I've ever said that once in any game I've broadcasted ever. 7-5 is the score. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th to the 30th for the season 21 kickoff weekend. Room reservation details and the weekend schedule, see the Convention Alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast. Some have already sold out. Reserve your special group rate today. Gerald and I will see you there. You gonna do some flag football?
I don't know.
Why not? You can do it.
Dude, it's to be hot. It's the middle of summer, man.
Dude, you're not in Louisiana anymore. It's Ohio. Ohio doesn't get hot.
I don't know, man. I watch a lot of baseball, and I see Cincinnati like on a Saturday afternoon. Sun's so bright.
Yeah.
Guys look like they're melting.
They don't have that Louisiana skin that you got.
That's true.
It's been like
It could
leathered
be.
over
It could
the
be.
years.
It could leather. It could be the Native American skin.
Oh, it might be that.
That'll work.
Could have been that. What do I know? Listen, you got to do the flag football. I'm going to be flying my drone. I'm going to be recording the whole thing.
Oh.
It's going to be great.
You just want to see me blow out my knee in real time.
Well, now I do. I didn't before we started this broadcast, but because of certain comments that you've made throughout the duration of this game, I am no longer a big fan. So if your knee goes, it goes. It was its time. Second down and 6.
I'll be a lineman.
Ball is handed off.
Oh,
there we go. Salmons gets his way up to the 45-yard line. Ottawa trailing now in this one by 2. Trying to get back in midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, the way that the fullback blocked right here, right? Being able to grab the first guy that kind of comes into sight to give his guy probably another 3 to 4 yards right there. Oh, he got about 5 more yards. The fullback actually coming in and having good vision by the fullback to be able to go in there and actually recognize where the nearest threat to his runner was and be able to pick him up and get his guy an extra 5 yards.
First down and 10. Salmons, swarmed at the line. Loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11. Trying to claw their way back into this one. It's a rare day that you can score twice and then be down 2.
Really? I mean, you could have kicked 2 field goals.
Yeah.
And then you could have still got down 1.
I said down 2.
Oh, down 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I had bad math. Whoa. Oh, I thought Mihata had something there.
Well, he definitely had something. The problem was McCall just didn't put enough air under that ball, and Kenneth Gatson Jr. made a great play on it.
Gatson Jr. got the ups. Look at
Boom.
that.
Look at that jump.
He skied up.
Kenneth Gatson Jr., 6'2", 249-pound linebacker.
Man.
The Aztecs need a linebacker. This is why I love these minor league games. Scouting for the draft.
Yeah, definitely, man. He like the way he skied up almost looked like, especially the build of that linebacker looks like Zion Williamson, Because, hey, look, I'm from Louisiana, so I watched them Pelicans, and I bet you Mr. Gatson will stay on the field longer than Zion stays on the court.
Probably. McCall all day. Pressure finally gets there. Breaks up that pass. Once again, they're going to call that an incomplete pass. McCall lucky to get that pass away. Matt Foote applying the pressure. 4th down and 11, well outside field goal range. They will punt once again.
Yeah, look, and I still have to give you, look, it was a great stop by San Jose right here, but I still got to give Tyreek McCall some credit, man. He's standing in there and just – And he didn't move. It looked like he wasn't phased having that large man, rotund man.
The
rotund man just kind of coming up on him. He's focused on doing his job out there.
Not quite as rotund as Mike Shoveler, number 51 on the flight, but 6'1", 350 pounds. It's a lot of pounds for not a lot of height.
Hey,
man.
look, I can't laugh. You almost look like, poor guy looked like a ball.
You ever watched Mike or Monsters Incorporated?
Yes.
His name was Mike Wazowski.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a ball with legs. No body shaming. Blanco hands the ball off to McWaffle. Gains 1. Running around to the right-hand side. Nursing their 2-point lead, seeing if they can get back into the end zone.
I don't think they're gonna even reach my over/under. I said 42.5.
Yeah, we're not
42.
We're not quite making that yet.
No, we're at 12. We're 30 points on 30.5 points under that.
It's good math you just did there on the fly. Blanco. Oh, a deep drop once again. Has time, chucks it down to McWaffle, who stayed in the block, and then just gets his head taken off. Logan Thronberg.
I seen McWaffle. I just had I seen the 4 in the spin move, and I instantly thought BDG was gonna just materialize in Mr. McWaffle, and he was gonna spin out of that tackle and keep running. But
Thronberg had a different plan.
Yeah, great.
Another deep drop by Blanco. Pressure on its way, and it gets there as the pass just barely unleashed. Krumgeddon, returning from last season.
God, Krumgeddon, dude. How can you not get a guy on your team on the defensive line named Krumgeddon?
Krumgeddon.
Dude, he just sounds like a menace.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got my eyes on Mike Shoveler. I know he's not draftable, but
you need some girth on that defensive line. Is that what you need?
Or just somebody that we can point at and laugh.
That's mean. That's mean.
Andrew Warren on to punt. A week 2 addition to the San Jose Flight roster. It's mean, condescending, and rude.
Yeah. I was just mean, apparently. So that's a whole nother story.
Anywho, back to the game.
Yeah, look, Ottawa's having plenty chances right here in good field position on each of their drives to get down, but they just can't seem to kind of get through. And credit to San Jose. I mean they're holding them tight right here.
Salmons once again hit behind the line, trying to do what he can, but they got to help him out a little bit in the blocking game. Open up some running lanes. Good for a gain of 2. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't have, some quality offensive linemen here. Ottawa's got, Ray Honor there, 6'7", 325 blocking for Salmons.
Salmons up the middle again, struggling. Does get a yard on that play. Kenneth Gatson Jr. with the stop. Saw him deflect a pass on the last drive. Gets a nice stop on that one. Jeff Banfield says the minor league is an exciting time for new players. Can't wait for the draft. Draft's always an exciting time too. My most favorite one was the live one that we did in Boston on TV. That was pretty cool. Wow, pump fake and a pass by McCall. A veteran-esque move there, getting that pass over the middle complete to Harry Harper. Gets the first down catch up to the San Jose 46.
Yeah, and McCall is just continuing to impress me with how he's just so composed. Like I don't think I've seen a Miners quarterback be that composed. It's just look, whatever they're doing to him and how he got to this level, definitely keep on doing it.
Out route down to
look
the
at
bottom.
Room. Look at the room.
Plenty of room to run. Nice pitch, catch, completion. Derrickis Iniguez. I think I got it right that time.
Yeah, dude, he had room. And look, the way he cut that route, he lost his man completely. And he had nearly 20 yards of open field after he caught that ball, right? From right there, catching it right before the 40. And then he gets right, to the 23? Dude, that's amazing. Talk about like great footwork right there, right? Being able to make that cut in, and then you leave your defender running toward midfield, and you had a ton of space. All you had was a safety left.
McCall kind of strutting back to the line of scrimmage there. Has a little bit of swagger in his step now as Ottawa's marching down the field. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Simulation football minor league action, week 2 here in season 7. Man, I remember when the minor league was just being talked about. That was 3.5 years ago now.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I remember when it was being. Here we go. See, Sam's guy. I remember when the minor, when our wonderful commissioner Cameron Irvine dropped like the minor league logo. It said SFLm. I'm like, SFL Mobile, we getting an app. That's exactly what I thought it was.
Well, now you kind of can with the Retroid device.
Oh. For sure.
We'll get to that read later on.
Yeah, it's a thing of beauty. Those
emblazoned
things look
with the SFL logo. Yeah, you're a gamer. You probably get one of those. You like that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
You probably get 6 of them for some reason. Zami Mihata gets the catch over the middle. Your wife's going to yell at you. Gain of 7, 3rd down and 2.
Yep. Look, and when they need, some positive yards, right? Seeing like they hit Mihata right over the middle, and look, and that's been his area that he's been kind of owning. It's like right in the middle before the, right in front of the linebackers.
McCall under center on 3rd down. Minute to go. Hands the ball off. Oh, stuffed. Brought down by Des Seeker.
I thought Simmons
Joshua
had
Dora
that.
too.
I thought Simmons had that, but look, credit to right there. I'm trying to get a number on him on the second monitor. It might have been 22, just right there, lining right up on the line. He actually fought off.
Yeah, that was
the
Joshua
block
Dora.
to be able to get himself in a position to make that tackle. Because if he doesn't, I mean, Ottawa's probably running up in the hurry up and gets a few chances at the end zone right here before the 10 instead of forcing the field goal.
Jacobson with another 37-yard attempt. He missed one from this exact spot earlier on, only on the other side of the field. So not at all this spot. Complete opposite end of the field. This one is up and good from 30.
Snap was kind of questionable too. It wasn't a very good snap. But Archuleta was able to kind of corral it and be able to put it down for Jacobson to kick it through.
Yes, 8-7. That was the score that I had guessed we would be going into at the half.
Yeah, well, I was way off at 42.5.
See, I figured that Ottawa was going to score and then randomly go for a 2-point conversion. So, needless to say, they did it their own creative way. 2 field goals and a safety.
Well, you can't mark off that on your football bingo card tonight.
You cannot. You cannot. Kick taken back up to the 27-yard line. 16 seconds to go. I'm not sure San Jose will do much more than hand it off to McWaffle. We haven't seen Rainstorm to get any handoffs yet. And, like I said, me as a part owner of a team, I like to watch these minor league games and kind of scout out the different players. Also look to see who's the most active in the chat. Ended up drafting Buford Van Dam after you and I had called a game last season and saw the fullback just absolutely wrecking people. And now he's on the Mexico City Aztecs, a valued member of the franchise. So this is your time to shine.
Right, and you talk about wrecking people, right? Louisiana had their eye on a guy. I think he holds all these crazy rushing records in the minors. Annapolis Navigator running back Randy Squarebush was just a man amongst the boys.
You got the Squarebush now, yeah. 8-7. That's your score at the half. Is it weird? Yeah, but that's what we got. We'll roll through the first half stats and highlights. Gerald, your thoughts on this game so far? Pair of winless teams. Ottawa out in front by 1.
Yeah, and one interesting stat here, you can look at it, right? It's like Ottawa right there, right? 11 first downs to San Jose's 4. And Ottawa's actually dominating time of possession. And you would think that they would be dominating this game, but they just aren't, right? They're moving the ball, but when it gets down into San Jose territory, I don't know if you want to say, hey, they're kind of just stalling, or if San Jose is tightening up their defense and figure out a way to stop them as they get further down. Look, and Ottawa's credit as well. Ottawa was playing excellent defensively as well. I mean, you can tell just by only 108 total yards.
Here's good defensive play right there.
And in the first half, all they've allowed is 108 yards, of total offense, and most of that came on that very long pass to Morrison. So, and aside from that, I mean, it's just been a defensive struggle. I love a defensive football game, right? So, and this is right up my alley, hard hits. And the way these quarterbacks are all standing up in here, and look, we had about a 70-yard touchdown catch right here. So
yeah,
it's, and that accounts for, 3/4 of the yardage.
As far as San Jose's first half went, I mean, that big play was the only points they have to show for anything so far. So otherwise, not able to really get down into Ottawa territory and even threaten at the end zone other than that one big play. We'll see how the second half unfolds. You like a defensive game. I'm hoping that both teams put up about 50 points apiece here in the second half. You got your defensive first half. We'll see an offensive explosion here in half number 2.
Yeah, and maybe see some fireworks pop out of this practice stadium here, so that would be great.
Speaking of stadiums, season 21 right around the corner. It's going to be some beautiful looking stadiums as we're able to customize the look and feel of the stadiums, the uniforms, every aspect of the game more than ever. As retire all pro football and move on to a bigger and better thing.
Yeah, and it's actually something that's really, really good. A very good move by our leader and commissioner Cameron Irvine to to be able to do so, get everybody a new look, and be able to actually use their brands and the likeness and have such a uniqueness to the league that I think is going to take it definitely to another level in terms of visuals and being able to look. And if people want to, if teams want to go out and get advertising, they now have advertising space. That they can utilize to at their disposal, and it's going to only raise brands of every team that decides to use that along with the league, because the league can actually go out and get themselves some some sponsorships and be able to use that in a way that is solely unique to this league, and it's only going to make it much more better than what it already has.
Oh, absolutely. One little spoiler for everybody. I don't even think the players on the Aztecs know yet. In Estadio Matt Wilson himself will be seen sitting in one of the end zones. Every time there's a extra point field goal kick down that direction, you will actually see him sitting there in the crowd watching over his team like he never left. So that sort of customization alone makes the switch all worth it. Third down and 3.
Hall of Fame shirt and football in tow.
Absolutely.
Definitely. A thing of beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be some great things. So, Blanco, under center, 3rd down and 3. See if they can keep this drive alive. Trying to get back out in front. Oh, out route down to the bottom. That one is complete. Jacob Morrison, he gets the catch. Gets the first down, out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he said I can jump up and catch it and kind of moss a kid if I want, or I can just tippy-toe on the sideline, make sure I'm mad, and pick up the first down and move the chains. So, look, and this is something here I think Ottawa needs to continue to do here, right? They need to be able to, get those high percentage passes and everything else, but actually do it in a way that, hey, you're getting yourself, 5 or 6 yards, right? Like the couple of yard routes and stuff like that. Ottawa's been on top of that and been able to shut it down. So you need to get a little bit further downfield, but actually keep yourself in a situation where you can actually, it's going to be a high percentage for you and your quarterback.
McWaffle making some moves behind the line of scrimmage, finally able to find a hole. Able to gain a couple of yards. 2nd down and 7 now. Blanco back to the line.
Yeah, and their playbook's pretty wide open, right? I mean, look, they didn't have a whole lot of success running, anything else. But look, I mean, you got to stick to it.
Waffle runs right into the waiting arms of Tommy Welbrock Bussey.
Welbrock Bussey, man, that almost don't fit on the back of that jersey.
Darn near ran out of character space.
That's a name. I wonder if whenever he did it, Welbrock Bussey. I'm gonna stretch this jersey. I need a jersey stretcher to fit my name up there.
He had to pay an extra $2 for that jersey because of the extra material it took on that nameplate. 3 wide receiver set for the flight. Blanco throws over the middle. Another big play. This time getting it out to Jacob Morrison once again. Now 114 yards on his 4 catches. What a day for Jacob Morrison.
Yeah, and knowing, right, and you're watching right here on the replay, knowing that when he caught the ball, he's like, hey, look, we haven't been able to get down here all that often. I'm going to protect this ball as much as I can and get us as close as we can to the end zone before I'm able to get brought to the ground. But this guy has had big catch after big catch in this game so far. So that's something Ottawa needs to start kind of keying on too. Is Morrison out there in the wide?
Jacob Morrison, the 6'3", 200-pound target. Oh, they were trying to go to him once again. This time it cost him. As Blanco throws another interception, that one going to Kippa Jones, the 6'1" corner, getting the pick, putting an end to San Jose's drive.
And you got to watch right here, right? Sometimes with the pump fake, right? If you're a young quarterback, sometimes with the pump fake, if you pump fake, you get those DBs breaking on the receivers they're supposed to cover. And if you're not too careful, when you throw that ball, they're going to be in a position to be able to pick it off. And I believe that's what happened there. When he pump faked, it got everybody breaking, on their receiver that they're supposed to cover, and it was just bad stuff. He thought he was able to get it, but it just wasn't meant to be. Kippa Jones. I wonder if he's got any relation to Kappa Jones.
I was kind of wondering that as well. Tyreek McCall back out on the field. Pressure getting to him again. Oh, there he is. There's the one. Mike Shoveler. Shoveling food in his mouth, I think.
Right. Either that or I can just imagine like all these defensive tackles. Now you'd be like, well, I got to be a rotund man to get looked at because I need to get on a squad.
Jordan Sipe in the chat. Something about those Ottawa DBs haunted my SFLm career, too. Sipe might be looking for some wide receivers to throw to next season on the Aztecs. You know, when you see a player like Jacob Morrison have the day he's having, that's the sort of thing that raises some eyebrows with some of the GMs around the league. Like, I wouldn't mind having that.
Yeah, and look, and Morrison just looking at his measurables, right? Him at 6'3", 200 pounds. That's definitely something, GMs and owners and coaches like to look at, right? Have good size and be able to produce on the field.
The call. Standing tall in the pocket again, gets that pass out. Complete for a gain of 5, but that one's not going to be enough. And a quick 3 and out for the Cavalry.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at that pass right there, right? McCall just took what he had right there. He didn't have anybody open down the field, nor does he want to take a whole lot of chances down here and put his team in a situation where they might turn the ball over right there when they can punt it away. I mean, at least make San Jose work for that yardage instead of giving them the ball that close.
So apparently there's syrup in the water in Ottawa. If you following, I don't know, I'm just kind of following along in the chat that's going on. Matt Ryan said there's something in the water in Ottawa, and Ricky Spider said syrup, and apparently that's actually what it was.
Maybe they might have some cookie dough in the
They
water.
might have cookie dough. The fine people at the concession stand here in San Jose just delivered cookie dough to the booth. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to eat it while broadcasting, so bear with me. Oh, look at that. Another big pass by Blanco. He's had his big moments. This one didn't go to Morrison. Instead, down that left sideline, connecting with Vern Zales.
Vern Zales, talk about measurables, right? The non-contract guy, 5'11", 182 pounds, coming up with a huge catch. But that was an even better throw by Blanco, right? He threw that ball only where his guy could get it. And when you do that and have your guy go and get it without it being even contested, you set yourself up for some success.
Thanks, man. You gave me time to eat my cookie dough. Blanco has time to get that pass away. Some great moves back there in the pocket. Some veteran-esque moves as he was under pressure. Gets that pass out to Spider.
Was that Crone trying to get in there and get that guy, and he kind of lost his wits about him? I thought it was a for sure sack, but
yeah, he just
Blanco.
I don't know if he tripped or he kind of looked like he stumbled a little bit. I'm not sure.
Blanco just took a mini step one way or the other and was able to get the ball out. He wasn't phased at all seeing that large man come at him.
Blanco changing the play at the line, giving Gerald some extra time to eat his cookie dough. Blanco gets this one out down to the bottom. Hunter McWaffle gets the catch. Actually, they'll spot him a yard. Falls out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 6 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, 3rd down and 5.
Dude, what a delicious pizza cookie dough that was.
I'm telling you, man, it's concessions at the San Jose Stadium. Very good.
Top notch. Dude, that goodness of food and treats follow us everywhere we go.
It's actually our personal chef. A floater down the middle. Oh, he had his hands on it. Morrison bobbled the pass and could not quite haul it in. Brings an end to the drive, but they're in field goal range. We'll see what Eddie Tress can do as he trots out onto the field. This one will be from about 30, 44, 43 yards-ish.
Yeah. Looks like 43-yard kick. But look, I'm going to credit that breakup and that stuff to J.J. Winfield being able to break that up, because I do think that Morrison saw him in the corner of his eye and didn't want to get laid out. But he got laid out anyway. He just didn't come down with the ball. Credit to J.J. Winfield.
Mark Blake on to hold. The kick is on its way, and it is also wide right. The Bills lose. Oh, wrong game. Wide right. San Jose misses, and Ottawa remains out in front. Man, that was close.
Yeah, Eddie Tress just not being able to put his team on top by another 2-point margin. And here we are. They just give it right back at, Ottawa's got it at their own 33, and see if McCall can take his team down and actually put up some points for the offense.
McCall with the pitch. Immediately wrapped up, brought down, and tackled for a loss. It's another tackle for a loss by Matt Foote.
Dude, he was almost unblocked. It looked like he was unblocked right there. I mean, you got to be able to seal those blocks and give your guy a chance to be able to go, right? And Salmons is, I mean, he's not new to the game here, right? He was here last season and did some pretty good things there. So he's not any kind of a scrub.
Salmons still trying to find those running lanes, only averaging 2.2 yards per carry. Are you liking the game so far? Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is nobody else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or minor league action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Pass down the left sideline, overthrew his target. Was attempting to connect up with Harry Harper. And just a little bit too far, Gerald.
Yeah, and that wasn't a very good choice right there by McCall. One of the few choices he made, and this evening, that it was, in my opinion, a bad choice. But I guess silver lining, I guess it kind of was a good choice because he put a little too much oomph behind it.
He'd rather throw it too deep than too short and it would get picked.
So because he I guess he figured he couldn't drop it right in that bucket like he wanted to with the 3 defenders around.
He might have been also thinking that Harper would have a little bit more zip in his step, but that's for the guys like Harry McGee and Derrickis Iniguez, Zane Amani, Kaysen. Those guys, or even Zami Mihata. I think he's still the leading receiver on the Cavalry so far. He had 40 yards going into the half. First down and 10 now for the Flight. They take over at their own 36-yard line. Blanco back out on the field now. Still trailing by 1 point in this 8-7 ball game. Deep drop by Blanco. Pass down the right side. That one almost intercepted, was heading straight towards Kippa Jones, who could not haul it in. Second down.
We're going Kippa Jones. I mean, we're going to have to somehow, get some information on Mr. Jones here, right? Playing at defensive back, just like Mr. Kappa Jones, the former safety, for the New Orleans Pharaohs back in the day. I think he even had some time in Queen City. So I'm wondering if they're related.
Could be. More trivia. This one Gerald doesn't know the answer to. Blanco hands that one off to McWaffle. Neither team has been able to do much in the run game so far. Credit to the defensive lines and the linebackers from both of these teams doing a fantastic job on defense.
Yeah, and I really do feel like this game is kind of there for the taking right now, right? Because it seems like
it's effectively 0-0.
Right.
I mean,
and nobody has actually kind of put forth even like take control of the game.
No. Deep pass over the middle. There we go. Another big play by the Flight. This time getting it out to Arlovsky. He's getting involved. Blanco with 188 yards on the day now, most of which went to Morrison, and Arlovsky with a big catch.
Yeah, and this is the first time we mentioned Arlovsky's name, outside of reading off the rosters for these guys. And look, he comes up with a big catch, a big third down catch to get themselves right on the edge of field goal range right here. And San Jose got something cooking here, right? Did they see something that they're able to exploit? But look like they're back in a running formation here.
Blanco gets this one down to the bottom, going right back to Arlovsky on back-to-back plays. This one good for a gain of 7 as they're inside field goal range now.
Yeah, and I was surprised because you don't see that happen very often right there, right? Where these, in that type of formation, you get a play action. Typically, you have stud defensive linemen up front that could almost wreck that, because of the play action, stuff happening there. But look, the offensive line held and was able to find Arlovsky on the out route.
Blanco, another deep pass. This one towards the end zone. Oh, he's got him. Touchdown for the Flight. Jacob Morrison gets in the end zone for the second time this evening.
Yep, and this man is no stranger to the end zone this game. And who do you throw to? The guy who got you your first touchdown. And here he is again. Finds himself wide open, being able to beat his guy and then get behind the safeties right there. I think the safety right on the back end right there just didn't really realize where he was and just misplayed the ball. By the time he recognized the ball, he didn't have enough time to turn around and make a play on it. And it was just really almost like backyard pitch and catch between Blanco and Morrison.
Jacob Morrison, 4 catches, 33 yards last week in the opener, no touchdowns. This week has over 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, having quite a night. He's got his team out in front, 14-8, San Jose with the lead. Have you ever wanted to be the play-by-play or analyst broadcaster on a SFL live game? The SFL is looking for passionate SFL participants or just even viewers like you to join the team for the minor league season and ahead of season 21's kickoff in July. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call. Saw Jeff Banfield in the chat earlier on saying he might want to try out broadcasting. The minor league is a great time to do it. Ricky Spider says you guys make it look easy in the booth. You know, listen, if you join the broadcast team, you'll get access to some tools and tips, notes, and a whole crew of people that have been doing this and can give you guidance, suggestions, and help set you up to succeed. It really is a good time. You know, Gerald and I always have a good time calling these games together, and Matt and I always had a blast as well. Highly recommended if you've ever thought about it. Now's the time to do it. Not quite sure where he was going, Gerald.
Salmon's like, it's a free play. It doesn't matter where I go.
He's like, I just don't want to get hit. Just leave me alone.
But yeah, look, let's get on like the broadcasting thing, right? Coming from a guy like myself, right, that had never broadcast a game, and I was fortunate enough to get asked. When unfortunately and surprisingly, right, that Matt left us way too soon.
Yeah.
And was asked to participate in here. I had never called a game before, and here I am, right, about a season and a half in, and later, and I was fortunate enough to even be voted, analyst of the year, which is definitely something that I never saw coming.
Analyst of the year for season 20. It's a much higher standard in season 21. We'll see if you can achieve it yet again.
I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge.
Another flag on the play this time. Roughing the passer called on the flight.
And Mr. Lane just not, what happened there? Did he fall at his feet? Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of a late hit there.
Yeah.
The pass it left his hand. The next play was about to begin, and he still made the tackle from the previous play.
Yeah, look, I can take, Tyreek McCall, that's a stud. That dude's tough.
McCall all day might be holding on this play. Is that 3 plays in a row with a flag?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Oh, there he is.
Isak might get
Mike
taken away.
Shoveler.
Let's see.
Mike Shoveler gets the hit. Well being held. Shoveler's no joke, man.
And they accepted it. So they took away his sack there.
Unbelievable. Shoveler will get there again. How can you not hold him? I mean, it's not like...
I don't know. I don't know. Can you hold somebody that's just as round as that young man is?
He's probably got his own gravitational field and just pulled the O-lineman into him. I don't know if that's even fair. Salmons on 1st and 20, turns it into 2nd and 20, not able to gain a yard there. 51 a unit out there, looking like he's the fridge and snacks inside, says Ryan Arlowski.
Look, he ain't wrong. He is not wrong.
He's not wrong. That's not nice, but he's not wrong. The call. Over the middle. There you go. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. He gains 14. Mihata with another catch adds on to his day. 3rd down and a more manageable 6.
Look, and that's the thing. Mihata had 8 catches last week. and he's coming in this side. He's probably got like, you know, 5 or 6 added on to that today. I mean, he's actually a go-to guy, finding himself open over the middle, and it's 3rd and 6. Very manageable from a 1st and 20.
He's got one heck of a mustache, too, that Izami Mihat, that guy. I can respect that. McCall under center, empty backfield now. 2 wide receivers out to the right, to the left, plus the tight end. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked on the play. Brought down once again by Matt Foote. He's been a wrecking machine in the backfield, 4th down.
Jesus Christ, Matt Foote come right off the edge right there. But you know what happens? Look, and if you look at it right there, it's allowing Matt Foote, right, the non-contract guy, because you have, you know, the other guy on the other end, and Mr. Rock on the other end, right, commanding so much attention that the guys on the other end, right, they don't feel is as talented, is able to get those one-on-one matchups.
Aiden Loft able to punt this one away. It'll drop down at the 10 and roll to a stop. Oh, at the half-yard line. They'll spot it at the 1, but I'm telling you, that's halfway to that goal line.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad it wasn't goal line, because if it touches the goal line, that's like a touchback. I mean, I think you already know my how much I hate the goal line.
I know.
Stuff.
Listen,
1st and goal at the goal line.
Everyone's got their quirks. I'm glad the ball stopped where it did, so I didn't have to hear. Oh wait, you still complained even though it didn't say goal line.
Yeah, well, I was just happy. I thought it was gonna say goal line. I was gonna lose it. had to kick my shoes off.
Oh, jeez, not again. Blanco hands it off at risk of getting safetied for the 2nd time in the same ball game. 2nd down and 5 as the final moments tick away here in quarter number 3.
Look, and what better way for McWaffle to kind of get one of his better runs of the day to get himself out of inside their own 1-yard line, right? I mean, they're not too far right outside the 5, but still, it's a good start to the drive.
3 quarters in the books, 11 minutes remains here in San Jose, California, where the Flight are out in front, 14-8 over the Ottawa Cavalry. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect track for your projects, visit apmmusic.com.
3rd and 3 isn't a terrible place to be in right here, but what I would like that I haven't seen all game long from San Jose is, like, if they can somehow get McWaffle out into space, right? Set yourself up a screen pass or some sort of a swing pass and get the ball to him in space.
And there you go. There's some space right there.
What is that? It's a horse collar?
That was indeed a horse collar, but the ref's contact fell out. Again, it's loose tonight. Morrison gets the 1st down, though, up to the 12-yard line.
Morrison's wondering, what the heck was that? Like, did you try to blow my knee out?
He's more mad than Gerald is about the goal line thing.
He was stunned, like, well, I don't know what happened, he says.
Blanco under center hands that ball off to McWaffle. Met right at the line, brought down Tommy Wellbrock Bussey. He's been having an absolute game of his own on the defensive side.
Look, Bussey, I tell you what, Wellbrock Bussey. That's a perfect linebacker name in my opinion. And then you know what he has to go with it?
What's that?
He's got the neck bulge.
Yeah.
He's got that neck bulge, man. That dude means business right there.
He does.
It's like, dude,
yeah.
it's like,
when a linebacker puts the neck bulge on, you know he means business.
Well, look, and I know that. Look, it's just, in my opinion, I'm like, I fear a guy who has a neck board, or a neck bulge, because they plan on preventing.
Oh, they're hitting someone.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, they're anticipating the whiplash and they're counting for it ahead of time.
Yeah, and you just don't get that from just not happening. Something had happened to them to say, I need this because I'm hitting people way too hard.
Blanco on 3rd down and 9 gets it over the middle, and that one is incomplete. He's trying to get it out over the middle. 4th down and 9. Tom Bussey says putting in the work trying to get drafted this year, baby. Well, keep having games like this. Aztecs need a linebacker. Just throwing that out there.
Draft that man.
Draft that man. Hashtag draft that man. Need a wide receiver too.
Give him the neck bulge and board.
Heck yeah. Oh, Matt would have loved that. Punting out of his own end zone, Andrew Warren. Getting it out to about midfield. Brought down at the 45-yard line. So Ottawa trailing by 6. Looking to get back out in front. 9 minutes to go here in the ballgame.
Yeah, and look, Ottawa continues to get themselves in pretty good field position. And let's see what they can come up with. I mean, I know it's just like, Tyreek is probably saying, man, y'all need to unleash me and let me kind of do my thing.
Tyreek with the delayed handoff, and that actually worked good. Salmon's able to, you know what I think that allowed him to do? The blocks were able to set up, and he was able to, see his running lane before he even had to get started, and even did a little stutter step there.
Yep, and he's able to do, like, if given time, I mean, Salmon's, he does have really good ball carrier vision, but if you give him time to be able to find out if some sort of a slip or sleeve or something, a little sliver from the run through, I mean, he'll find it and he'll get there.
Another good run by Salmons. He had to run about 3 yards to the right to get around Shoveler, but got it done and made his way up to the 31-yard line. First down and 10.
Yep, and there we are, man. They're getting themselves in there. But I think at this point, because, look, in my opinion right here, because their defense has played as well as they have, I think it's 4-down territory for Ottawa right here. I think they need to go down there and get that touchdown.
Shoveler.
Whoa!
More good blocking inside the 20, inside the 10. Salmons into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavalry. And they have it tied back up at 14.
Salmons was patient, and he had great blocks in there. And that block right there,
yep.
You can sit there and you can see him. He allowed 73, kind of held himself up a little bit to get a block on the DB right there, and it propelled him into the end zone. And now, look, pending the extra point, they could take the lead.
They could take the lead. All eyes now on Eric Jacobson, who missed one from 27 earlier on in the ball game, and then pegged one from 49. Go figure. Made one from 30 yards out. This, obviously, an extra point. From 19, that one is up and good. Ottawa's able to reclaim the lead now in this one. So, Gerald, we were talking about the Retroid device earlier on in the ball game. This summer, you can play the SFL video game itself on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K 23 in the palm of your hand. Pre-order your Retroid today at goretroid.com. Search SFL. Or through the all-new league website at simulationfl.net. Commissioner Cameron Irvine got his today, and I think he's an excited guy.
Yeah, I know. Maybe hey Cam, I need a. Can I borrow it?
You can't borrow it.
I know. What? Oh,
just buy your own, you cheapskate.
I'm like, dude, you seen what you? Look, my wife has to just slap me on my head like some kid in a candy store. Like, put that down.
How many PlayStations do you got?
I think 7,
Yeah.
8.
How many Xboxes?
7. Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm in the double digits with Xboxes, bro.
Unbelievable. Let me know when you have like 5 Retroids. Maybe I can borrow one of those. Blanco back out on the field now for the flight. Another 7-step drop. Oh, he's going for another big play. He's got it. He's running towards the end zone. Morrison continues his big day, breaks the tackle, and into the end zone. San Jose reclaims the lead. Morrison, listen to that crowd. Touchdown flight.
74 yards again from Blanco to Morrison, and the only guy that had a chance of bringing him down was Kipper Jones, and he couldn't do it. He just, and that's the guy we talked about. Like, you can't let this guy beat you. Yeah. The guy's going to have well over 200 yards in receiving.
Oh, he must.
3 touchdowns. He has been a huge thorn in the side of the Cavalry. After the Cavalry got themselves in a position to get in the end zone for the first time in a game, and in one play,
well, that's
San Jose goes down and just kind of shuts it back down and regains the lead.
It's about to be 21-15 San Jose. All 3 of those touchdown receptions by that man right there. 21-15. Ottawa's been fighting and scrapping, kicking those field goals, getting the safety, trying to get points on the board. And all by himself, Jacob Morrison, able to get those 3 touchdowns.
And it's all off of splash plays or big plays, whatever you want to call them, right? There's definitely 2 huge ones of 70-plus yard touchdown passes. When you allow that to happen, especially when your offense is struggling, it could be it could be just I don't know what the word to use. It could be like just I don't know, throwing a wrench in the system of everything that you got going on there. Because if you keep allowing those large plays, man, you work so hard to get down there. And your time of possession, you do what you need to do. But when your defense allows to get up that after going down and putting that and regaining you the lead after some time in the first quarter, it's like, holy cow.
Dwayne Salmon's averaging 3.6 yards per carry, has almost 100 yards now on the day. All day in the pocket once again. O-line doing a great job keeping McCall on his feet. He's got knocked down a couple times, but he's had his time back there. He's able to connect once again with Amani Kaysen.
Yeah, Amani Kaysen kind of comes through right there. It's one of the first, we haven't called his name very much, but he's able to catch the ball in traffic, and here we are. It seems like they just, decided to just unleash the Kraken or whatever and just start throwing the ball around because, hey, they know that, both teams figure, hey, we're running out of time. We got to start testing these defenses a lot more than what we have been.
Meanwhile, over in Madison up 24-10 over Lincoln. They're about 9 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 6:57 to go here in this one. Second down and 10 after that pass.
If I didn't know any better, I think the head coach of San Jose on the side was like a referee, just telling the referee that was incomplete, waving his hands off.
He didn't get that. No way.
Pretty emphatically there. Just, yeah.
He's a passionate man. It's Kanye. Salmons gets it up the left-hand side, almost to 100 yards now on the day. Third down and 5 from the 47-yard line. Ottawa trailing by 6, so a touchdown and the extra point can regain them the lead. Still plenty of football left. All 3 timeouts for both squads. McCall back under center. 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a running back. Matt's favorite formation. Quick pass over the middle. Yeah, that's why. Spinning and getting up to the 25-yard line. Once again, going back to Amani Kaysen.
Oh, what? Look. He found that empty spot in the zone right there, and he hit him right on time. Right, McCall hit him right on time over the linebackers, but up underneath the safety right there, so he didn't throw it too far, right? He hit away a little bit longer and let that route mature a little bit longer. I think if he throws it, I think it's trouble. But look, and they're right on the edge of the red zone right here.
Split backs in the backfield for the Cavalry. They hand this one off.
Uh-oh.
And there's the 100-yard mark and a little bit more as Salmons gets 7 inside the red zone, tackled at the 18-yard line.
And you see, look, and you know one thing I like about Salmons, he's been patient on these last 2 drives with his runs, right? Letting his blockers get out in front of him and having confidence in a teammate to hold their blocks and being able to find a defender to block so it can open up more lanes for him.
McCall changing the play at the line. Short drop. Oh, wide open up top. Gets that one to Henry McGee and just ran out of room.
Right, and you see me in the booth
See you
kind of
get
like,
mad.
darn, like, oh, man, he just kind of, look, a young guy like that, man, you'll make a name for yourself, man. Put that toe in the dirt and turn it up because, you never know. You make one guy miss, you could be in the end zone and give your team potentially the lead.
Tyreek McCall under center on first down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hands the ball off to Salmons. Salmons met right at the line and brought down. Tackled on the play by Kenneth Gatson Jr. as Shoveler wanders around looking for snacks.
You mean he don't have them in his pockets?
He probably does. That's probably part of why he's so wide. Oh, we're getting fired.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
3 backs in the backfield. Second down and 10. Salmons with the handoff. Oh, has some blocks. Cutting through. Able to gain 3 yards. Gets it right up to the 10-yard line. So they can get a first down without scoring. And keep the drive going or punch it into the end zone right here. McCall looking to do just that in the gun now on third down.
Yeah, and I would look. I don't know if Mihara's on the field. I don't think he is. Doesn't look like it. But this is a specific situation for that man to be out there on the field.
McCall throws back corner of the end zone, jumping, trying to catch it twice and can't pull it in. Henry McGee, Shoveler celebrates. Henry McGee got his hands on it, couldn't haul it in, Gerald.
And Shoveler's getting all the credit here. But look, McGee's got to pull that in. It's almost like too easy. It was thrown to his back shoulder right there. He's got to be able to turn to make that catch. Now, and now what do we do here? I mean, are they kicking a field goal to bring it down to 3? Or are they gonna go for it because they've been struggling to get down here? I guess they're going with the kick.
The kicking game continues. Eric Jacobson has made up for his missed kick earlier on. This one from 26 yards out. Left hash. Kick is on its way, and it is good. So they will cut into the lead, now trailing by 3. Coach Craven in the chat says that is profiling, Mr. Dags, and profiling is wrong. Mr. Craven, I simply am calling the width like I see the width. Shoveler appears wider than the average player, and I think it might be due to snacks.
And having snacks in his pocket.
That's all. No, it's not profiling.
He won't go hungry.
Absolutely not. Kick taken back up to the 25-yard line. 4:01 to go here in the ball game. San Jose out in front by 3 points. Hey, don't leave the broadcast without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games and play SFL fantasy football and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net. Click on the Join Now button near the top of the page. The SFL community, 2,000 strong.
Oh,
we'll see you there. And a fumble picked up by Ottawa and almost all the way to the end zone, but they'll have a first down and goal from the 8-yard line. A great defensive play once again by the Cavalry defense.
I'm about to lose my mind right here. I had myself a Matt Wilson moment. Oh, no, because either I'm thinking they're going to run it out with McWaffle, and then the defender comes in there, and Will Brock Bussey comes in there and scoops it up. I thought it was nearly a scoop and score. And also credit to Mr. J.J. Winfield for causing the fumble.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also kind of gives credit to Ottawa's decision to go for the field goal on that last drive and just have it a 3-point ball game. Just like that, they got the ball back, and right now they could go ahead and take the lead. And a very short pass just down to the line of scrimmage.
And they throw it to a tackle eligible.
Yeah, they threw it to an extra right tackle, Armand Burrell. Not exactly who I would have thrown to, but you know what? I want to see Shoveler at tight end. Can that happen?
Yeah, to talk to Art Vanderlei. It's his guy.
Art, help me out. Tyreek McCall under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 15-yard line. Brought down for a big loss on the play. Hugo Lane gets him again.
Now, what do you do right here if you're Ottawa, right? Like, so it's 3rd and goal from the 15. Do you try to get yourself to the end zone, or do you play it safe right here? Here they come out
I would try to score, but I'm not going to throw a risky pass. We'll see what McCall does. He breaks through the tackle, and it's almost picked off. Almost looks like he was trying to throw it away.
Look, I'm laughing because I see Shoveler.
How can you not see Shoveler?
All up in the grill of McCall, slapping McCall in the face as he's getting blocked by him. And McCall somehow still gets it out and almost completes the pass.
I don't know if Shoveler's all that strong. He's just
it was
rotund.
It's just crazy, man. I don't know what's going on.
So here we go. Once again, Eric Jacobson trying to make up for his early miss. This one from 32 yards out, right hash, to tie the game back up at 21 apiece. He gets it. 21-21, the score now here in San Jose. The Flight will get the ball back, and they will get an opportunity to, honestly, Gerald, they could try to run this whole clock down and kick a game-winning field goal of their own.
And they can definitely do that. Now, if we're all counting at home, somebody mentioned that the over-under was 42.5. Now, it goes without saying, we will hit the over. So I almost hit it around the head. It wasn't looking like it in the third quarter at all. But hey, look, Vegas, I'm in a job.
When it was 7-5, I wasn't really confident in the over/under. But now, 21 apiece. The game will be won by somebody. Not like some leagues where ties are a thing for some ridiculous reason. Here we have winners and we have losers.
I think they call those soccer.
Well, yeah. There's other leagues that allow ties too. I'm trying to not name them.
No, it's
football-esque.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just saying. Blanco calling an audible. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Short drop and goes up top, wide open. Getting it out to the man of the hour, Jacob Morrison. Look at those stats. 8 catches, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think I just heard a chaw to Gerald.
Yeah, that was definitely a chaw. I mean, look, you got, what, 70%, not 70%, but you got almost, 40% of your passes that you catch were touchdowns. 3 of your 8 are touchdowns.
Blanco in the gun. I mean, they've got time. They don't have to go, hurrying here. Obviously, clock stopped right now. The big play has really been what's getting it done. McWaffle spins behind the line of scrimmage, and right when I say they don't have to hurry, they go into the hurry-up.
Yeah, because why not, right? I mean, I feel like time is of the essence right here.
Blanco tries to get that first down, and does it on a rope. Ricky Spider, I believe, had that. Yes, he did. Yeah. Ricky Spider with the catch. Lines back up in the slot position. Blanco back to pass once again on first down, going deeper down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Hit Arlovsky, but could not haul it in. Second down, clock stop, 2:13.
Yeah, I remember Ricky Spider saying early on in the chat that, hey, he's not good with numbers, but look, he's see ball, catch ball. That's a sure thing right there. So here they are, right before 2-minute warning here, 13 seconds before 2-minute warning, and they're approaching midfield. I mean, I honestly, I can honestly say I'm not sure how I would approach this as a coach right now.
Yeah, Frosty Time says, stop the hurry. We score too quick. We leave too much time. And that's what my point was, too. Wow. Blanco.
What?
Able to throw it away, but I thought it was a throwaway. Nope, Marquis Sengo gets it out to the tight end. 3rd down and inches. What a move by Blanco to get that one away.
Look, even the great Matt Wilson couldn't get hit and still throw a spiral. His good passes were ducks.
He couldn't throw a spiral if he was standing up clean.
But somehow Blanco gets hit in the chest and still throws a spiral out for completion.
Well, he goes up against Shuffler every day in practice, so he's got experience getting hit and trying to throw the ball. Blanco under center, 3 backs in the backfield. Looks like they're just trying to get that first down, and they do. McWaffle in his way up to the 42-yard line. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Fresh set of downs from the Ottawa 42. 2 minutes to go. San Jose in control of the football tie ball game. Got a good one here. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League Week 2 here on SFL YouTube.
I'll tell you what, I loved after that play. You see Sango, the 6'6" tight end for San Jose, talking smack, pointing up to the scoreboard. Hey, bud, we're tied and we got the ball. We're going to score.
That's it. Blanco with 2 receivers out to the left. Short drop. Has time. Goes over the middle into double coverage. A risky pass. Gerald, I think I might. It is tough, like you said. Like, do you rely on McWaffle? Do you throw? Maybe some, I don't know, a little bit easier out routes, trying to control the sidelines. What do you do?
Yeah, and this is the thing, because this has been such an interesting game right here, right? Because you got the run game hasn't been overwhelmingly good, especially for San Jose. Ottawa came on late with with Salmons and everything else, but I mean, McWaffle, right? I still have confidence in the kid to be able to get the ball and move the ball, despite him fumbling it right there. But I'd hand it to him, because you get yourself in pretty good spot.
Blanco under center. Deep drop, running back stay in to block. Has time, goes down to the left. That one almost cost them the ball game, as it went straight to the defense, but swatted down, fell harmlessly to the turf. Logan Thornburg getting his hands on the ball. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, and I would have liked to see a run right there on 2nd down, just to see what you get, because even if you don't do anything right there on 2nd down in the pass, you're still kind of forced to throw. So kind of see what you can get, play safe. Look, I mean, you have to get inside the 35-yard line to be able to, have a chance at a field goal.
Pump throws almost picked off. J.J. Winfield jumped in front of that one, was trying to get it out to number 86, Vern Zales. That brings up a 4th down. They'll have to punt. And Gerald, playing it safe is a good option because, if you go to overtime, you go to overtime. It's really no different than where you're at right now. You're tied up anyway. You throw a pick 6, and it's game over. So that one was dangerous. But now Andrew Warren looking to showcase his talents to SFL teams. On to punt, see if he can pin Ottawa back deep.
And J.J. Winfield's been having a great 4th quarter right now. Is it going to stop?
Ball rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Ottawa will get the ball at their own 20-yard line. And now they'll have an opportunity to get down in field goal range. And Eric Jacobson, who started off the day with a ugly miss from only, 27 yards out.
Right.
Has made every kick since then and has kept his team in it. All field goals and 1 safety got them to 21. McCall having a decent day. Throws that one down the right sideline, and it is picked off. And Ottawa, just like that, gives the ball back to San Jose. And Sammy Seatbelt III gets his 2nd pick of the ball game and gives his team a chance to get the win.
Yep, and Seatbelt tells his offense, buckle up, boys, because we're going to try to win this game right now, and gets his team, almost right at the 40-yard line. So they don't have to go, maybe 7, 8 yards, and they put themselves in legit field goal range right here.
To be safe, 12. They really want to get it up to the 30. And they might have to do it in the passing game. You just saw McWaffle's stats not having a huge day. This Ottawa defense keeping him in check. Let's see what they do. Blanco will throw. Deep drop. He's going to go for a ton of yards. And he's got him. Arlovsky into the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose. They retake the lead.
And look who it is. It's Arlovsky. And he's able to find the open places, beat the safeties in the corners. Right down the middle. Wow. What a great last 2 plays from San Jose from a defensive perspective to be able to get the interception and then turn around on the very first play when they got the ball back, be able to throw it and hit Arlovsky for a potential game winner.
Not long ago, Arlovsky in the chat says, I've been locked down today. Well, saving the best for last, apparently, as he gets a big play, gets into the end zone. And pending this extra point, his team will be up a full touchdown. Still an opportunity for Ottawa to respond. Extra point is up and good. 28-21. San Jose out in front. Tyreek McCall warming up on the sidelines, getting ready to get back out there, Gerald. They've got to get down the field. They haven't scored a touchdown. I know it looks like they've scored 3. They haven't scored a touchdown yet in this one. They got to do it here.
I mean, they've scored 1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did.
Salmon's on run, but they haven't
That's
done
right.
it in the passing game. They just haven't had the success they had last week as far in terms of yards and actually moving the ball down the field. But McCall's gonna have to, do it. Look, and he may have to rely on Mejada to be able to come in and be able to find, exploit the middle like they were doing, early on in the game, right? You have to find your veteran guys that know how to get open and everything else right here. Now, you can even dump it off to Salmons out of the background. Look, you still have all 3 timeouts. You have roughly a minute and a half in the game, and you're 17 yards from midfield right now. You have really good starting field position right here. So, you can do a few different things and not being a whole lot of a rush.
Trips formation on the field. McCall pump fakes and gets the pass away.
Mihata.
Right on cue. Azami Mihata, the tight end, gets open. The tip of the spear in that trips bunch to the right. Gets that one out to Salmons.
Great open field tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrapped up by Kenneth Gatson Jr. and brought down after only a 2-yard gain. Less than a minute to go. Ottawa trying to get this game tied back up. McCall taking his sweet time. Snap that ball, Tyreek. Gets the ball snapped, gets it out to Salmons along on the right. Oh, a nice spin and a block. He had some nice running lanes there. Zane Amani Kaysen, with the good block.
Oh, yeah, and guess what? And look, and they did just what I would do in that moment. You get yourself close to the 30-yard line, and you call a timeout, right? I like it. Look, it took a little bit too much time snapping the ball, but being able to get your guys set and knowing what play it is, who knows? They might have been at the line calling the play out. You know, maybe taking some time. Guys may can't hear. They're playing on the road. You know what I mean? So here they are, 45 seconds, 2 timeouts, and you're at the 30-yard line.
Final in Madison, 24 for Madison, 10 for Lincoln. Both teams now 1-1. One of these teams will go to 1-1 here in San Jose. The other one will fall to 0-2 to start the season. Salmons going out of bounds, loses a yard, just kind of lost his position on the field. Gerald, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I think it's a couple different things, right? I think Tyreek he took a little bit long to throw it, and then he didn't throw it. He didn't lead Salmons to the ball. He kind of, threw him on a different type of route there that kind of just took him out of bounds.
4 wide receivers and Dazami Mihata in the set. They go to Mihata. They'll gain 7, but it sets up a 3rd down and 6. 34 seconds to go. They still have 2 timeouts left. They get reset. 30 seconds. Clock rolling. McCall throws to Mihata over the middle. Field goal does them no good. They call their 2nd timeout. They got to get into the end zone. Gerald, they're probably going to take some shots here. 1 timeout left.
Yeah, look, and I'm not mad at that set right there, right? I think what they had matchups right there, right? And on the last 2 plays, Mihata was wide open up the middle, right? So I would have liked them to see them do one more hurry-up play right there to get themselves probably, if they would have done the same thing and been just as successful, they probably would have got themselves inside the 10-yard line and be able to do a lot more with that 1 timeout and probably somewhere around 15 seconds.
McCall, short drop, goes up top, stays in bounds and tackled. 20 seconds to go. Henry McGee with the catch, couldn't stay on his feet. Valuable time ticking away. They got to go for the end zone. McCall under pressure. He can't afford a sack. Gets the pass away. Tried to hit McGee, and it was swatted away. I think if McGee had caught that, Gerald, he's walking into the end zone.
Very, very good defending right there by Frossel, because if he doesn't get his hand on it, it's walking in the end zone, and we're looking at a potential tie. Yep. And credit to Tyreek McCall, too, for navigating that pocket, because it was full of, I thought it was a sack, and they would have had to take that last time out. But here we were, 8 seconds. They probably have 2 plays right here and have a timeout in their pocket.
Here goes the first one, 5 wide through the right to the left. He goes left towards the end zone. Back corner, touchdown! Ottawa gets into the end zone. They get 6. Pending the extra point, we got a tie ball game with 4 seconds to go.
What a perfect pass by Tyreek McCall, and even a better catch by McGee, who redeemed himself from dropping a touchdown catch potentially on a previous drive. Redeems himself, gets his team in a position to kick this extra point to tie the game and force overtime.
Absolutely. So all eyes now on Eric Jacobson as he lines up for the extra point of the day. If he makes it, most likely going to overtime. Misses it, San Jose wins. In the majors, this is a gimme. In this minor league, you just never know. Extra point is up and good. Ottawa ties it up 28 apiece. 4 seconds left. Gerald, we went through all of season 20. Didn't have an overtime game. Here we go. Week 2 of the minor league.
Are you serious?
You and I didn't.
Oh, yeah, we didn't. It's long overdue. And it's our first minor league game of the season, and this is a blast. Overtime. Good game of the night. A couple of winless teams fighting to get that first win of the season.
Random cookie dough showing up in the booth.
Bro, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Oh. I thought we were about to see a kick return for a touchdown. I was going to be like, how about this? So regulation is done at the end of the 3rd quarter. I said 3 quarters in the books, 11 minutes to go. I was wrong. 4 quarters wasn't enough for these 2 teams. 28 apiece. We hit Gerald's over, and the points will keep on coming as we see the coin toss for overtime. We'll see who gets the ball first. Rules for overtime here in the Simulation Football League. First one to score wins. Simple as that. Henry Jones putting his 5s up in the chat. San Jose will get the ball to start the overtime period. Timeouts reset for both teams, down to 2 apiece. And we are underway. Here in overtime. Kick taken back from the 9, brought up to the 29. And Austin Blanco back out onto the field. Hunter McWaffle, not huge stats in the running game. He is helping out in the receiving game. All eyes on Jacob Morrison. Monster day so far. I think he had over 200 yards now.
Yeah.
The last saw.
Yep.
And 3 touchdowns. Ryan Arlovsky coming in clutch on that last drive to get the game leading touchdown, forcing this overtime period. McWaffle starts things off in overtime. J.J. Winfield says sit down. Ralph Leopold in there as well.
Man, like J.J. Winfield was playing out of his mind in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Forcing fumbles, laying big hits, nearly picking balls off.
He wants to win this game, man.
Cow.
Neither team wants to go 0-2 to start the season. They're both fighting hard here tonight. Blanco back to pass on 2nd and 11. Throws over the middle. Has his target, Ricky Spider, with the first down catch up to the 41-yard line. Field goal is all they need to win. First score wins no matter how they come about it.
Yeah, and here they are, man. It's a good first couple of plays right here that they got, and being able to, get themselves right on the edge of midfield there, right? So, and this is where, look, and if you start running into those like slant routes and everything, that's when you expect your linebackers, right? Like Wellbrock, Bussey, and Killebrew and Thronberg to come through.
Oh, down the left sideline, too deep. We talked about overthrowing your target being maybe the better option. Arlovsky overthrown there, and the defender actually was past him, had an opportunity to pick it off because it was overthrown.
Well, Arlovsky played defensive back on that. If he does not jump after that ball, I think it's picked, because him diving for it to try and catch it actually knocked it away from the defender there.
2nd down and 10. Blanco. Short drop. Gets it out down to the bottom. Connects with tight end Marquise Sengo. Will gain 5. 3rd down and 5. Obviously outside of field goal range here. They need to keep this drive going, or they'll be forced to give Ottawa a shot to score first.
Here we are right here. I think this is a pretty big 3rd down. I don't think it's the end of the end. I think they can punt and pin them back if they don't pick this up. But I think it's really, really big that they do pick it up.
Blanco, he's going to go for it, and he's got it. Going once again to Arlovsky, now who has 100 yards. Look at these 2 receivers for San Jose. Stats were up there on your screen. Morrison with 225 yards, Arlovsky with 100 yards, 3 touchdowns for Morrison, 1 for Arlovsky. Those 2 are like the entire offense so far tonight for the flight off the hands of Austin Blanco.
Yeah, it's almost like, hey, look, man, they started picking up and kind of keeping an eye on Morrison, and then it just is allowing Ryan Arlovsky to get his one-on-one matchups and get free.
Short drop down to the bottom, getting it out to Ricky Spider. He says, don't forget about me. I've made a whole bunch of catches too. Coming in clutch, 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, and this is right. It's kind of right here in field goal range right here. So what do you do? Like typically if I'm the coach right here, I want to get myself in the red zone before I attempt a field goal.
Yeah.
Here, and potentially score, but you got to be safe with it.
McWaffle trying to get him a little bit closer, and does, only to the tune of 2 yards. So 3rd down and 3. I would caution San Jose to play this one safe. You're in field goal range. It's a far field goal, but you're in field goal range. Don't get greedy and try to throw a pass for the first, potentially throwing a pick.
I tell you what, like on that tackle on McWaffle, Wellbrock Bussey put on a clinic on how to tackle a guy.
Could be all for naught, though, if San Jose almost got sacked. This time gets the first down catch. Jacob Morrison, player of the game, getting that first down. Now, fresh set of downs on the 22-yard line. Gerald, they're in great shape to win.
And Blanco made that play, it seemed a lot harder than what it should have been. It looked like he was expecting somebody to come up the middle, and he kind of bailed out a little bit too soon, but he was able to kind of regain his feet and hit Morrison out there. So I think we're going to see some McWaffle right here.
Jeff Duffy joining the chat saying, "What's up, SFL?" Jeff Duffy, you need to rewind this game and watch it from the beginning, sir. If you're just joining now, you've missed out on the game of the week. Second down and 11, and I think they're totally fine with that. They're comfortably in field goal range. They're just trying to see if they can get a little bit closer, center the ball up perhaps. They'll kick the game winner.
Now we just have to make sure right here, don't make any reckless throws. Make sure that, McWaffle knows, hey, man, ball security is of the utmost importance right here.
Blanco will throw, goes up top to...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that nice safe out route. Arlovsky getting that ball out in front of his defender. First down and goal now from the Ottawa 10. They could just trap the kicker out.
Right, and I really thought Arlovsky was going to run out of bounds, and he surprised everybody and put his foot in the ground and turned right up and got himself inside the 10. I think you bring out the field goal kicker.
And they do.
And Trey's right here.
And the crowd wanted to see some more passes, Gerald. They want touchdowns. You'd think they just want the win, but they want touchdowns.
I think hey, look, San Jose, I favored them by 3.5. They want their money. They're betting on this game. They want a touchdown.
Blake the hold, Eddie Tress for the game winner. It's up, it's good. And San Jose, it looked dicey at the beginning when they were down 5-0. They march back, get out in front, hold on for the win here in overtime, 31-28. That's the final here in San Jose. Week 2 SFL minor league action, Gerald. This is some pro-level stuff here. These players came out, fought a great game. Even Shoveler got in on the action. So we see the final stats and highlights roll through. Your final thoughts on this one.
And this is completely opposite of what we saw at halftime, the way that the time of the possession, the first downs went, and how the yards were, right? San Jose found at halftime where they were not, clicking like they should. And they came out and they said, hey, man, we might be able to exploit these guys in a passing game. And guess what they did? They did it to the tune of, 3 other touchdowns, touchdown passes in the second half, of 430 yards in a passing game. You had 2 receivers over 100 yards receiving, right? One over 200 and the other one, over 100 as well. So, and look, and here you are. These guys fought all the way through when it was looking like such a defensive battle. They turned it on in the second half and was able to do it. So, and here you are, right? San Jose improves to 1-1, along with the other 2 teams that actually played today, kind of evened off. So you got somewhat of a log jam at 1-1 right now, and Ottawa doesn't have a whole lot to hang their head about, right? So I mean, they came out and they played good. Their defense kind of got them into early on, and they had some opportunities, but. Look, I mean, it's still a long season. They can come back and actually, make a run at it.
430 yards, 4 touchdowns for Blanco, most of which went to Morrison. Had an absolutely fantastic day. Like you said, Ottawa will fall to 0-2 on the season. San Jose improves to 1-1. Next up for the Ottawa Cavalry on Friday, May 19th, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. They will be home hosting Lexington. San Jose hits the road, 6:45 p.m. They'll be on the road in Madison. Simulation Football Minor League returns in Week 3, Friday, May 19th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Annapolis at Lincoln, and then San Jose at Madison in the 6:30 block, 8:45 block, like we mentioned, Lexington at Ottawa, and then Tacoma at Albuquerque at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Gerald, is anybody even potential for player of the game other than Jacob Morrison? Maybe Blanco. I mean,
yeah, Blanco with his 4 touchdowns, but I got to get it to Jacob Morrison because look, without his play and being able to beat those DBs, I don't even think they get to the point to where they're able to do stuff. Him having 2 70+ yard touchdown catches, right, and then having another that's probably somewhere around 40 yards as well. So I'd give it to him. He found a way to crack the code in beating that Ottawa defense in the second half, and allowed his team to be able to open up other areas for a guy like Arlovsky.
Ryan Arlovsky says, great commentary. The energy was insane. Appreciate it. We needed those positive comments today. Jacob Morrison with his performance, 9 catches, 229 yards, 3 touchdowns. Congratulations to Mr. Morrison. Well deserved. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football Minor League presented by APM Music on YouTube. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who is with me in spirit on every broadcast, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us. Be kind to one another. Always choose happy. Have a great night, everybody.